First and foremost, I want you to, if you guys don't already have a Facebook, then get a Facebook. I know it may sound awful. You might say, "Oh, this is terrible. I don't want to be on Facebook." I'm going to share with you today how Facebook can be a massive tool for you and your business. Because the last two deals that I did, I sold a property on Facebook and I acquired a property on Facebook. And if you know where to look and how to communicate, then you can too. Now, some of these deals that I'm doing that on Facebook are going to require some money down, right? Because you're actually networking with other real estate investors. So this may not be, you may not have the available resource today to do this, but as you grow and scale your business, I'm here to tell you that you can go out there and acquire real estate deals for not anything crazy either, significantly less down payment than if you went and bought a house traditionally, and have somebody already structure the deal for you. So you have zero negotiation. You just step into a deal. And you get to evaluate the numbers before the deal even happens, which is also pretty powerful. So number one is I want you to go out there and I want you to create a Facebook page or have a Facebook. And also, I need you to make it look professional. Like you got to look like you know what the heck you're doing. So if you ever look at like my Facebook page, you know, I mean, I added some accolades and things like that, but I wanted people to know that I'm a real estate investor. So that way because there's tons of scams and bots out there that you have to be able to present yourself in a way. That's one thing. And then I want you to opt into the local Facebook groups that are in your area. Like for me, I'm into anything with Massachusetts investing, off-market deals, realtor networking groups, investor networking groups, anything that you can find online that has anything to do with creative financing or subject to or owner financing. There are hundreds of groups out there that's all they promote are those types of deals. I need you to opt into those. And then I want you to even if you don't have the resources yet, I want you to be able to promote yourself in those groups. And some really simple things that I do is and these aren't very complicated, posts. I post like 1 to 3 times a week. And I tell you, every single time I post, within 24 hours, I at least get some leads. Again, whether it's a wholesaler reaching out saying, "Hey, I have some potential deals that may fit this," or it's a seller that says, "Hey, I'd like to talk to you about this," or it's a realtor that says, "Hey, I may have some opportunities for you." By me doing this, I have really created a network in a very short period of time, and this is just with Facebook. And then I, of course, get them into my phone, and then I get them into REI Black Book, and then I attach the people that send me deals, and I'll show you how I do that here in a second. REI Black Book. I then attach the people that send me deals inside there with the properties, so that way I always know who's sending me deals and what stage they're at. Here, just write this down. This is a very simple post that you could go make today in one of your groups. And again, depending upon the group is going to depend on how much activity you get on. You could say like, a lot of people say like ISO, which is like in search of. And I would do like in search of single family deals that are owner financing or subject to serious buyer DM me with information. And you can just keep like playing with things like that. I then also would post, because I'm interested in small multis, I would say like serious buyer interested in acquiring 10 units in the next 60 days, single families or multis, subject to owner financing in Mass, Rhode Island, or Connecticut. Like I just filter those. Because what it's going to do is it's going to put you in a position where people know that you're an active buyer, so they want to be able to communicate with you. So some realtors, wholesalers may see you as money signs, which is great because they're going to get paid whether you can structure the deal or you can create contingencies and get them paid from the buyer as well. Plus, you guys know that we have Crossroads LLC, which is an LLC that we've created where we could do deals with you guys. It's outside of your agreement, but If it like requires money down and you still want to structure the deal, we'll give you a small portion of it. So you still can get paid on these things. But that's one major thing that you can do like today to generate leads. And on top of that, build your network. So that's number one. And then I'm going to show you how this all comes together here in a minute. Number two is I want you to research, and you can also do this on Facebook. I want you to research local real estate investment meetups or RIAs in your area. And then I want you to go to at least one, if not two a month. That's exactly what I do. I'm fortunate enough where I get to speak at a lot of these, but I show up and attend these as well, consistently, because the network is extremely important. So I'm a part of a thing called Master Networks as the real estate investor in the group. So it's like people of all different businesses. I do that every Wednesday. I attend usually at least one meetup a month as well, whether it's within probably like an hour and a half driving. Just show up there and see what's happening. That's gonna make a huge difference in your business. You might not gain fruit immediately, but people are gonna know who you are and what you do. And I can almost guarantee that most people are not doing creative financing deals. And especially in today's market, you're going to have people that are going to need alternative options. Okay. Next, at those meetups and on Facebook, I want you to tell people exactly what you do and ask for deals. That's it. Ask for them. If the deals suck, great. Get rid of them. But you got to ask for them. I can tell you I have 3 deals right now. And this is directly from a networking group. So I met a wholesaler. That he's primarily doing, he has a Joe home buyer franchise. Him and I have a great relationship. So he connected me with other wholesalers. I have this kid that is, he's at Northeastern. He's a baseball player. He's set me up with 3 appointments so far. All potential deals that we're going to very likely close. Again, you got to just ask for the deals and tell people what you do and be good at explaining what you do, right, to other investors. Hey, here's what I'm looking for. If things fit inside that box, please send them to me. Let me have a conversation with that potential seller, and that way, and I'll cut you in on the deal. Here's typically how I do it. If we acquire it, like if you're at a stage where you don't have the ability to go bring any private money or any capital, then you say, here's how I would pay you. I would pay you as part of my non-refundable deposit I collect with my buyer. And majority of these wholesalers are young, 19, 20, 25. Like they're just looking for ways in order to make money. And if you can be a serious person that can show up when they produce deals, go on the appointment, structure the deals, and make things happen, then just going back to those buckets, right? As your skill set continues to pile up, it then pours into your network, and then that increases your resources. So now, as you continue to do those deals, then he'll tell his friends, and then you'll become a buyer, and then you'll be able to consistently build that up. And I'm not telling you to do this in addition to what you're being taught right now. Like this isn't, I'm saying do this in addition to what you're being taught. Don't just only do this, because at your stage, your skills and your knowledge are dependent upon you currently working the business, like getting on the phone, communicating with people, working the deals. This is in addition to. This is how we speed things up a bit. So now you're doing that, because I can tell you that right now, it's probably a third of my leads come from other people, realtors, wholesalers, Facebook. They come from other people, not from me generating leads or having a VA generate leads. So imagine if you could do this consistently, how much more lead gen you would have. Here's a beautiful thing too. So I'm working on a deal right now. It's sent to me from this gentleman. His name's Carson. D1 baseball player, super smart, 19 years old. He sent me this deal. I spoke with a realtor because one of his prospecting techniques, which a lot of wholesalers are taught to, are to network with and prospect realtors, because they know if they can't sell it, then they can tie it up and sell it, sell it to an investor. So this deal came across the plate. There's no, like, this debt-free property, open to seller financing. I speak with a realtor. She speaks to the seller. They then eventually say, hey, I'm not open to it. I say, okay, fine. They're like, we have a good showing. We're going to try to sell it traditionally. That buyer, they accept the offer. I just found out this morning that the financing fell through. It was a first-time home buyer. The inspection didn't go well. So what does that mean? That means that we have a three-way phone call now set up with the agent again in order to structure this deal. And the likelihood of us getting a better deal now, because we were patient, is significantly higher, because I want to know what the inspection report says now, which means we'll probably get a better deal. So this is all about just constantly sharing with people what you do, how you help, and most importantly, how you can help them make more money. Everybody in the real estate space is there to make money. So if you can show them how you can help them make more money by being another conduit, then you're going to generate a lot of activity. That makes sense? Okay, so some action steps. Again, create a Facebook. Enter into the Facebook groups. Start replying to people in those Facebook groups too. Like, because people are going to be posting deals. Here's what I do. Every time, no matter what, I reply. Like, if it's a property I like in an area I like, I reply. I say, please send me information. Make sure you have your email. You reply. And then I automatically go in, find out who that was, send them a friend request, DM them, and now I'm in their inbox and say, hey, can you send me more information on this property? Now, after I get the information, that's when I approach them and say, hey, do you think the seller is open to seller financing on this deal? Or are you open to seller financing? Like, I don't just automatically post it. I want to get their information. Why? Because if they say no, I said, do you know of anybody that has any deals that the seller's open to seller financing? Now I started to build that network individually, one person at a time. And you'd be surprised on them, be like, oh, this one isn't, but let me ask about this deal. And they're like, oh, this one might be. Okay, well, give me the information. Because just like you prospecting with sellers on the open market, each and every one of them are looking for a traditional sale too. So we got to open up the conversation and start pulling in those. And then what I start doing is I start adding them into REI Black Book and start putting them into my drip funnels as well. I'm going to get everyone's contact information and keep those now drip, because eventually even the ones that are advertised on Facebook may not sell. And eventually they'll come back. It's just another resource, and on top of it, it has added benefits.